Hello my dearest peeps! My name is Kat, aka Kakibot, and I make videos about Scotland and Edinburgh and traveling around it and living in it. Today I'm coming at you with a bit of a new concept. This actually came out of a little brainstorm we collectively had on Instagram some time ago, and it was when I asked if anyone would be interested in these videos where I kind of like carry my camera around, during the month, and then at the end of the month I kind of do like a little recap, and maybe kind of over the year. That way you would have these 12 videos you can come back to and decide like when is the best month to come, or if you already live here, like what is there to do and how the weather changes and things like that. So yeah, this is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm not quite super clear if this is gonna work out, if you're gonna like it, if I'm gonna like it, but let's give it a try anyway. So August, as I'm shooting this is like the last weekend of August, and I gotta say that in Edinburgh truly August is the start of autumn. You stop getting this like mugginess, and instead you get some like quite warm weather, but with quite a lot of like cool wind, and it does feel very autumny. I think that in most of continental Europe the weather we get in August is the sort of weather you would get at the end of September, that sort of like, jacket weather, and definitely at night. You can't just like be out in just a t-shirt. You do have to think about it a little bit, but for me that's great because I love me some layering. Now, as you can imagine, August is always pretty much the busiest month that we have here, because not only you get visitors to see our beautiful city, you also have people visiting for the festival season, and you also get students who are coming in kind of like towards the end of August. You start getting a lot of new students, and just today when I was walking around, it seemed like this is also the graduation season. I don't know, I never went to my graduation, but I did graduate, I promise. I just didn't have money back then to rent the robe, fancy robe. Anyway, I gotta say, what was quite strange and unique about this year though was that I think that the group of people / visitors who started coming back in like high numbers were the like traditional tourists. So when you went to somewhere like Old Town, you would see how like Royal Mile is really congested with people right now, but then you go to the festival area, which like visually looks the same as it did 2 years ago. Like you have exactly the same amount of like street food places and the sort of like street food venues and all of that, all of the accoutrements that usually come with the actual shows. There seem to be less shows than usual, which makes perfect sense because like a lot of people just couldn't really afford to book a venue to have their show at for the whole like 3 weeks that the festival is taking. I have seen some artists who I do like and visit most of the years kind of come for the end of the festival. I think that they were kind of waiting it out and seeing that it's not going to get cancelled again, and then they came for like the last 4 days. Anyway, those areas were really empty, and you're gonna see that in my footage that there was like on a weekday in the afternoon, on like in nice weather, there would be like nobody there, which in a way was quite nice. Like I think that this year was the year that like if you live here, you could actually enjoy the festival season as a local. Normally it's quite overwhelming, but in 2021 I have to say it was quite pleasant. It was just a nice sort of set of new places to try some street food and go see a show and see some like street performers. I have to admit we didn't actually see any shows during the festival or during Fringe Festival. We did see a film during the Edinburgh International Film Festival. We did see this outdoorsy screening of Star Wars, the first film / fourth film, depending on how you count them. Anyway, the Edinburgh International Film Festival basically had this like summer cinema set up in St Andrew Square, and the tickets were free, and you could either book like a little lounge chair, or you could basically book a space for a blanket where you could fit from 1 to 6 people, and it was really nice because I think that the weather worked out really nicely as well. It was just perfect, really. Outdoors is the way to go. So before I go, I thought I would share a little bit of local news with you. Maybe if you're super impressive and you do keep your eyeballs on Edinburgh news, you already know about this, but if not, sometimes these like local news are kind of hard to hear about when you're not in the same country or even in the same city. Anyway, Edinburgh had quite a big fire. It was on the George IV Bridge, and it was in Patisserie Valerie, which is right next to the Elephant House Cafe, which, if you're a fan of everything Harry Potter, you probably heard about it before. It's the kind of slightly Harry Potter themed cafe, because allegedly some of Harry Potter was written there. A lot of people here will love to tell you that actually it was more of the Spoon Cafe, but I keep thinking that probably if JK lived here and wrote here, she probably wrote Harry Potter in like 50% of all the cafes we have here. That would make sense to me. Anyway, basically it started in Patisserie Valerie basement. It kind of went up into their like first floor, and while it was doing that, it also did quite a lot of fire damage to the Elephant House. And now George IV Bridge, the whole like road is closed, and also Candlemaker Row is closed, which is a beautiful street, and I don't know for how long it's gonna stay closed, but if you're watching this, chances are it is still closed. And unfortunately, I think that Elephant House is probably gonna stay closed for quite some time. I really hope that they did have a good insurance, because I can't imagine what a massive hit it must be after like 14 months of lockdown and not being able to be open for like full capacity, and then this happens. So yeah, let's hope that they will be able to reopen again. Okay, I think that's everything for this video from me. Please let me know what you think about this concept, because it's very new to me, and I have been thinking about how to kind of format this for quite a long time, and I'm still not sure if this is gonna work. I have no idea if you're gonna like this, but maybe, after those 12 months, we're gonna create a playlist of these like monthly videos that as a whole will have quite a lot of like interesting value to it. maybe it's gonna be like this long-term investment. I also wanted to say that next month I am spending almost 3 weeks in Prague, therefore I don't think that I will actually be making one for September, but after that I should be around, and I think that between October and November and December, all those 3 months might be really fun to make this kind of video about, but we'll see. It really depends on if you like this video. I'm gonna keep making them, and if you don't, then I'm just gonna save my energy for something that you do like. Makes sense, right? Okay, thank you guys for watching. As always, if you made it all the way to the end, you're my favorite. And don't forget to visit me on Instagram, on kakibot and kakiblog, for my illustrations and my photos from, you know, my just kind of like general life in Edinburgh. Ooh, also my Etsy shop is full of goodies for people who love Scotland. Okay, that is really it for me for today, and I will see you soon. Bye!